20 is the age to work and create, especially if you are a film festival. In 1988, a documentary film competition was born in Ekaterinburg, where films from all over the Union competed.
When the USSR collapsed, our mission and task was to unite directors from the whole post-Soviet space so that they could know who films what. That commonality that in fact fuels a lot of filmmakers' work has always been there. We have always tried to maintain and have maintained this.
They managed to preserve and multiply it. Every year, Ekaterinburg gave the country new names in documentaries. Together with film characters, the viewers were transferred from a northern seaside to the extreme north. But the festival's ideologists wanted to do more, to erase the boundaries and show a different foreign cinema, even if it is not included in the competition program. According to the regulations, but there are out-of-competition screenings, special prizes, and most importantly, responsive viewers who are not indifferent to the life of simple fishermen in a poor Indian village. The screening of this film was made possible thanks to festival partner TV Bricks, and after the screening, the audience asked the director about his plans.
I definitely have ideas. I would like to tell my new story about the perfect home. I look at my parents, people I know, how we are constantly moving from one stage to another. It all makes you wonder, what is home anyway?
The festival's competition program included 28 documentaries and 20 television documentaries. In total, the selection committee considered 525 entries.
Working on the jury is a job is the first place. You won't see anything else but films. But it's also hard to judge the work of others. I'm a filmmaker myself. You know, everyone, with the rare exceptions of new people's serious pictures, they have a head start to feature films because interesting fates are found. Interesting, dramatic and funny situations where people reveal themselves. I'm full of good impressions as a spectator.
For 6 days, guests of a film festival and Ekaterinburg residents had a chance to watch. Documentaries were shown on several platforms simultaneously. The entries were free.
Documentaries are the truth of life. You learn a lot of new things. Wonderful directresses' works. Of the films I watched in the competition screenings, I really like Tamara Kurbatova's At the Bottom. It seems to be nothing special. The protection of lake is cool. This film touched me so much. The question of environment is also relevant. It is interesting to see how people live in our country. Not how we live in the big city, but how people live on the outskirts, in the villages, in the countryside. I liked the film made by a young man from St. Petersburg. That's interesting how people live separately on an island somewhere so far away. And people live there.
The White Land film was awarded by the Pro-Divisiony channel. The deputant director managed to show sincerely how the Ewings, a small nation from the Laptev Sea, live.
I'm from Yakutia myself. I graduated from a school in Oyemyakon, Yulus district, which is the far north and considered one of the coldest places in the world with a permanent population. And I have always wanted to make a documentary. I was always interested in people living in the far north and why do they live there, to convey the feeling of coldness.
When a person is familiar with something, it's so alive and real. They can tell about it better than anyone else. This is why we were delighted to give this award and will be happy to show the White Land film.
On the air of Pro-Division TV channel, Natalia Kadyrova's A Big Russian Family took the top prize among TV documentaries.
It is very important that the viewer watching the life of a family or the fate of some person should find some parallels to their own problems, to the questions they are concerned about today.
And the undisputed winners of the festival was the film Ural Derby by Moscow directors Arsena Kaidaski and Yulia Sergina. The film talks about the rivalry between the two Ural hockey teams, was unanimously recognized by the jury as the best film of the 33rd Russia Film Festival. Thank you.
Спасибо, спасибо.